One 20-year-old girl, Iwinosa Okunrobo, wey dem carry go Burkina Faso when she dey 15 years old, don finally reunite with her family on Wednesday evening for Festival Hall Government House, Benin City, Edo State. Dem lie give Okunrobo say better life dey abroad, but when she reach there, dem sell her into slavery and force her do ashawo work. Her matter enter social media after one TikTok video show where she dey beg make people help her. As the video spread, Edo State Governor Monday Okpewolo come join body with Office of the First Lady and Edo State Migration Agency to rescue her and bring her come back Naija. For the welcome ceremony, Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Samson Osage, wey represent the governor, talk say government go continue to fight human trafficking seriously. Im yarn say Iwinosa story na example of how dem dey deceive many young people in the name of traveling abroad.
It gives me great pleasure to represent His Excellency Governor Monday Okpewolo at this auspicious occasion of the reception of our daughter and a promising young Edo girl who has recently been rescued from Burkina Faso by the Edo State Government through the Edo State Migration Agency and the Office of the First Lady of Edo State, who was being trafficked by unpatriotic elements in our society. This event is yet again another remarkable achievement of Senator Monday Okpewolo's administration towards paying attention to the welfare and security of Edo citizens wherever they are across the globe. This incident is another reminder that over the years, a vast majority of our young people have fallen victims of the consequences of illegal migration and human trafficking, perpetuated by persons who have no conscience and are desperate to take advantage of the poverty of our people to exploit them through their vulnerable children with fake promises of better life beyond the shores of our dear country. Our young daughter, Iwinosa, now represents the very many young people who have been unfortunate to be trafficked overseas with the promise of a better life in Europe. His Excellency, Senator Monday Okpewolo, is committed to pursuing vigorously the implementation of the extant laws on human trafficking. And that was why the Edo State Trafficking in Persons Law of 2018, which was now replaced by the Edo State Migration Law, is designed to protect vulnerable women and children who have been most affected by the ugly incidences of human trafficking and migration. The law, which later gave way to the Edo State Migration Law, vests in the agency, that is the Edo State Migration Agency, key responsibilities of managing migration, protecting human rights, combating human trafficking, reintegrating returnees migrants, promoting sustainable development, collaborating with stakeholders, raising awareness about the consequences of illegal migration and human trafficking, migrant resource centers, providing training programs, profiling brothels, and engaging stakeholders, amongst other responsibilities. Section 30 of the Edo State Migration Law 2024 makes ample provisions for the prohibition of irregular migration and acts of trafficking in persons. For example, subsection 1 of this section provides all acts of irregular migration and acts of trafficking in persons into, out of, and within the state are hereby prohibited. In this section, anyone who recruits, transports, transfers, harbors, or receives another person by means of threat or use of force or other forms of coercion, adoption, fraud, deception, abuse of power, or position of vulnerability, or giving or receiving of payments or benefits to achieve the consent of a person having control over another for the purpose of exploitation of that person commits an offense and is liable on execution to imprisonment for a term of not less than 5 years. It can be any number of years, but it cannot be less than 5 years, and a fine of not less than 1 million naira, as the case may be. Section 31 and 32 of the Edo State Migration Law prohibits importation and exportation of persons and procurement of persons for sexual exploitation. This was the fate of our young daughter that God has made us to retrieve today. To God be the glory. Section 33 of the law prohibits the procurement and recruitment of persons under 18 years for prostitution or other forms of sexual exploitation with varying degrees of punitive measures. Sections 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and 47 prohibits the procurement and recruitment of persons for pornography, travel which promotes prostitution or sexual exploitation, procurement, recruitment of persons for use in armed conflict, procurement or recruitment of persons for organ harvesting, prohibition of buying or selling of human beings for any purposes, forced labor, employment of child as domestic worker, and inflicting grievous harm, orphanage trafficking, trafficking in slaves dealing, offences relating to procured entry of persons, conspiracy, escape or aiding and abetting escape, and attempt to commit any of these offences under the law. Under Section 54, the High Court of Edo State has jurisdiction to try offences under this law. Persons who commit these offences under the law can also have their properties seized or forfeited in certain circumstances. It is therefore important to let Edo people know that this administration of Governor Monday Okpebholo will continue to strictly enforce the laws against human trafficking with courage for the purpose of protecting our vulnerable children and saving the number of families from the agony of loss of their loved ones. We thank His Excellency for this bold and significant rescue of our daughter Ewinosa, and it is now for the office of the First Lady and the Edo State Migration Agency to endeavor to reintegrate our daughter into our society as mandated by the Edo State Migration Law. I congratulate ourselves and the family for the successful return of Ewinosa Okonkwo. I thank you all and God bless.
Edesili Anani Okpebholo, wey be the coordinator of the office of the First Lady, yarn say she happy well as say dem fit rescue the girl. She say Ewinosa story show say people fit survive hard things. She promise say government go support Ewinosa well to help her heal. She still want mothers make them no dey put too much load for their small children head, and she talk say Ewinosa story na big warning, make everybody protect their pikin from bad people wey wan use them.
I congratulate every woman here because it's a woman affair, and also for the men that stayed behind to welcome our daughter today. Thank you very, very much. It could be your daughter, it could be mine, it could be somebody that you know. The responsibility is on all of us. And you know, so I took it personally when the story broke. I want to, honestly, it's been a tough time. Sometimes I get emotional because I think of myself as a 15-year-old girl having to travel that long distance. I'm sure if she's able, she may speak by road and by sea, because she was deceived that she was going to have a better life. I think that's what happens to most of our girls, and it's something that we all have to speak about. I personally invited the women in government here myself. I have the chairman, primary health. I have Augusta, MD, Edo Health. I have Yese Sally here. I have the deputy governor's wife, ably represented here, the commissioner of women affairs, and the wife of the SSG, the wife of the chief of staff, and every other woman here that is important, because it's a collective responsibility to save our daughters from illegal migration. It is a menace that has eaten deep into our society. and it's something that we have to take seriously. At every point in time, we have the opportunity to speak to young girls. It's important we tell them the dangers of what happens beyond this place. We have to make our state attractive for our daughters to stay behind. And just like what the Attorney General said, these laws are not mere laws. There are consequences when these things are broken, and we must ensure that justice is done. It would be very unfair for us to gather here, and the people that sold her are walking the streets of Benin free of charge. It would be an injustice to me and to you and to the girl. I really would want to tell the people in authorities that justice must be served, and to remind them that justice denied, justice delayed is justice denied. So in this case, justice should be spontaneous. I beg of you. The journey had not been easy. I'm sure the DG will speak about it. At a point in time, I had to call the ambassador, very cooperative. I had to keep checking on the DG, to check on the girl as well, to know how she's faring, to know how they're faring. And the governor had been magnanimous. I spoke to him yesterday and he said, Edisi, I really wish I could come, but I want the Attorney General to please represent me. And he said that his heart and soul is here with us today. I want to say that every responsibility towards Iwanosa will be taken care of by my office. From her education, reintegrating her back into the society, to anything that she wants to achieve in life by the grace of God, is our responsibility collectively to make her succeed. It's important that one day you wake up and you say, I was part of her success story. I also want to say that, you know, when we talk about sensitizing our children, it starts from schools. It starts from the school, because at 15 you're in school, at 13 you're in school. And we have had a couple of times, my office staff are here, Ms. Obeto is here, we are always going to rescue girls that are being trafficked, true or false. We are always. It has become, I don't know what it is. Every time we have calls, we are going to the park to pick girls that are being trafficked out of Nigeria. And sometimes these girls are 13, these girls are 14. We had one 2 weeks ago, again. It is becoming a pandemic. Everybody wants to leave. And the grass is not greener on the other side. But the thing is this, I say, sometimes we parents put the burden on our children. We tell them, you know, say, Mama, no sir, pikin don't build house. You never say they don't buy new car. Indirectly, you are an enabler as a parent. And you know, children, we just imbibe these things. And in our closet, we're thinking, how do I help my mom? How do I help my parents? So indirectly or directly, I say, the parents are most times the culprit, indirectly or directly. When you say, and it even happens to us in the elite, the pressure we put on our children. Have you seen, they have done this, they have done this. And I say to every time I have the opportunity to speak to women, I tell them, let us preserve the honor of our children. And let us preserve our children. It's heartbreaking when you see that you have to be violated. You have to be violated to pay for something that you have no idea. It's difficult when your dignity is put in the mud. And I say, it pains me because when children have to, I don't want to use certain words here. The beneficiaries are now the parents. It is an awkward situation where a child is laboring and the parents are enjoying the sweat of a child. Am I speaking the truth?
Yes.
It's a bitter, see, today I'm excited she's home, but it's also a bittersweet pill for me to swallow. So I said to them, I don't want fanfare, because everybody knows I'm a jolly good fellow. By now, I would have been having a party. But it's a bittersweet pill for me as a mother to swallow. That a child is suffering, and then sometimes, in not most cases, the parents are enjoying the sweat of child labor. It is a misnomer. Today, I urge everybody here, please, as I said, it could be your daughter. I have daughters. And at that age, I can't even imagine a man touching my daughter at that age. Not to talk of forcefully taking her virginity. We're mothers here. I'm a very honest person. Most times we like to cast our mind back to the days where we all broke our virginities. And then you imagine how somebody, not one, not two, not three, you get exhausted. You get tired. And sometimes these girls contemplate suicide and actually commit suicide. But today we're here to welcome our daughter home with a warm embrace from everybody here, to tell her that we stand with you. And I said to somebody yesterday, I said she's a story that has just begun. And she is a success. I'm a very strong believer, and I say everything happens for a reason. Her story is to save another girl from passing through what she has passed. Her story is a story of inspiration for another child. It's also a story of resilience, because she cried out herself and said, I want to be rescued. I want to come back home. And honestly, I want us to give a round of applause to that DG. Yeah, sometimes we have our back and forth, he knows, myself and him, we have, DG, now, we have done it, DG, no, do it this way. But in all, it's for the good of the state. He is very dogged, very resilient, very focus-driven, my kind of person, and I am so happy that we are on this journey together. We would rescue every child that cries out from this state. That's a promise I've made.
Lucky Agazuma, wey be DG of Edo State Migration Agency, when na him still go Burkina Faso himself, go bring Winosa come back, thank the state government and the First Lady office for all the support wey dem give.
I want to say I have no regrets relocating from abroad to serving Senator Mondobewolu's government. After spending 17 good years in abroad, recently come back home for service for humanity, I really love it. Thank you all. Yeah, I want to tell you that no organization can succeed in isolation. It's only with collaboration you can get a strategic innovation. Collaborating with the office of the First Lady was quite strategic. I want to start by giving all the kudos to His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, Senator Mondobewolu. But when this whole issue happened, I was in Ghana with my team to understudy the recent tactics used by the traffickers to traffic people to Ghana. As I was landing Lagos, the first video I got on my phone was from some of our apprentices in Government House concerning this Iwinosa that was trafficked out to Burkina Faso. To be honest, I was worried. I knew I had a job to do. But how do I start this job? I really don't know. So I was just thinking, God so kind with our diaspora experience, we're able to reach out to all relevant stakeholders involved in this. So that is it. Before we embark on the journey, I called all the European embassies in Nigeria, US, UK, Canada, to Abuja. I told them I want to discuss with them. If we want to fight migration, irregular migration, they have to start and take the lead while we follow. So getting to Burkina Faso wasn't really easy. I flew from here to Ethiopia, where I slept over in Ethiopia. They gave me a hotel in Ethiopia. From Ethiopia to Burkina Faso directly. Before I got there, I already chatted to the young girl to get her things and wait for me at the airport. Getting to the airport, I waited over 2 hours. She was nowhere to be found. I was frustrated. I was asking myself, why did I embark in such a journey? She was telling me, I am on my way. I am on my... Without knowing, she was living in the forest, in the bush. She has no home. She's homeless. She took a bike from her house to the airport of Burkina Faso. Seeing her with sweat, she was traumatized, not looking good at all. Even with the luggage she was carrying, I felt pity for her. So that's how we were able to get a place. I showed her to her room. All her life, she told me she'd not seen AC all her life, air condition. She was asking me, what's that blowing like? Everywhere is cold like a fridge. So that's air condition. To tell you how traumatized she was.
Mama.
Well, she's lucky to be alive. I'll tell you this. The other person that was with her, with the traffickers, that person was killed. Deliberately. They injected her, she died. That is what she told me. Because she was pregnant. Because she was pregnant, she was no longer available to do this job. The husband of the trafficker lay her down in the chair, the wife holding her, they injected her, she died. Why Iwinosa will be rehabilitated and reintegrated back to society with the help of the state government. Thank you all, God bless you.
Iwinosa mama wey dem dey call him Wetin or Sabonye thank the governor plenty and talk say she don't know anything about how them take carry her pikin travel.
Na me be mama for Iwinosa where they carry come for Burkina Faso. The time when take come for us, I don't know. 5 years, I don't know year of now they pray for God. They not go anywhere. I not go money where I want to go police station. Now they pray for God every day. I thank governor. I thank governor well.
Thank you for bringing me come back to Burkina, to Nigeria. Thank you. You all done well. Thank you.
Make una no forget say as we see am, na so we dey talk am. We know they take blame. Ohi Femi Onosimwa, TMC News.